My mum came up with a much better explanation than I did, so I'll go with that. My mum was like, you're born without teeth and you die without teeth, and I like that. Or you hopefully die without teeth when you're old. I'm Ed Nash, also known as Toothless. I'm from London, England, Hornsey to be precise. I started playing guitar and making music and writing music when I was about 12. I played in a string of pretty terrible bands and then played in what I think are probably slightly better bands, and then started Toothless about 2 years ago, and I've been doing this since. When I first started playing guitar, I used to listen to a lot of Guns N' Roses and, you know, all the stuff you want to listen to when you start playing guitar. So I learned to do guitar solos and shred and stuff like that. And then about a year or two later, when I'd actually learned to play guitar, I realised that it was incredibly uncool to listen to bands like that, and I don't know, started listening to the kind of music I listen to now, like American indie, English indie, folk music. People like Elliott Smith were kind of the transitionary artists from the hair metal into the hopefully more tasteful music. I like songwriters that tell stories in their songs lyrically, like old folk songs that kind of have a narrative, and people that use other stories or metaphors or kind of, I don't know, myths to, you know, get their point across. So people like Nick Cave, people like Sufjan Stevens, I really like. Joanna Newsom is one of my favourites, you know, storytellers. I really, really enjoy that. I never really decided that this is what I wanted to do. It just kind of happened. My previous band, called Bombay Bicycle Club, we started when we were 15, and from a very early age and from very early in the band's career, it started to do well, so I just went with it, and I had the best time doing it, but I kind of never made an active decision to do it like you would if you go to university or if you change jobs. You make an active decision. It was something that was going good and that I loved doing, and I continue to do it. We did Bombay for 10 years, from the age of 15 to the age of 25, and it was time to not do it anymore. You know, all of our adult working lives and a huge amount of our teenage years we spent doing something that was one thing, and, you know, incredibly time consuming and incredibly draining kind of creatively and in terms of other things we could put our minds and interest into. So we decided to stop doing it, and I really wanted to do Toothless, as I said before. It was the decision I made, so also I'm incredibly unqualified to do anything else. So yeah, that's what happened with Bombay, and then that's why we started kind of doing other stuff too. When I made the decision to do Toothless, it's a huge leap, undertaking something creatively by yourself when you're the sole driving force. So to actually have finished not one but two things, it feels really good. You know, even if I stopped doing this tomorrow, I'd feel proud with what I've done. I really like collaborating with other singers and hearing other singers sing kind of songs that I've written. As I said before, you know, there's my favourites like Joanna Newsom, like Nick Cave, people like that. It'd be fun to work with, but I think it'd be fun to work with people outside of kind of my comfort zone and what Toothless is about, you know. Some pop people, maybe some people in hip-hop, and just try and expand the sound a bit. I wrote the song Palms Backside, which we just played for you, and it's, you know, the song has two parts. It's a guy and a girl talking to one another about a relationship that they had before. So it needed to have someone else singing in it, and I love Marika Hackman's voice, love her music, and I thought it was a fantastic kind of counterpoint for the, you know, for my voice and for the song. If I hadn't done music, I probably would have gone to art school. I paint, and I'm sure when I've finished doing music, I'll paint as well. That's something I absolutely love. I'm going to go to LACMA after this and see what they have on there.
Cool.
So yeah, I like art, the art world. I'd like to spend more time doing that. I'm reading a book called On the Beach, which is an Australian book about a nuclear war that's happened. And these people living in Melbourne, the rest of the world is dead, and there's a nuclear cloud of radiation coming to kill them. It seemed pretty pertinent, so I started reading that. In terms of music, Marika Hackman actually put an album out about 2 weeks ago. I think it's absolutely amazing. And Sufjan Stevens did a collaborative album called Planetarium, which I'm listening to a lot. And film, I watched the Oasis documentary on the plane. I hate Oasis, and it made me love them. I really, really thought it was a great piece of film. It's just really kind-hearted and endearing, and it kind of, for me, put into context what they were about, because I didn't understand. I thought they were just, well, I mean, they probably are still quite obnoxious, loud Mancunians, but they're a good band, I think. It made me realise that. I'm playing shows over the summer. I'm doing a support tour with a band called Hippocampus in October, and I'm recording another album as well, so hopefully get that out the end of this year, beginning of next.